which like the fans and stuff are crazy. The arena is very loud, so it's pretty cool.
And I saw that you guys yesterday had a little 5v5 versus the pros. How did that shake out?
That was really hard. We lost by a lot, but I think we did really good in the beginning.
So I'm curious, which pro were you most impressed with?
Let's
I'm
see.
calling you out like that.
You are calling me out. Put me on the spot like you. I mean, I was rooting for Mavs Gaming. They did lose yesterday, so I was a big fan of Dimes, and then let me down. But they'll come back in the playoffs. I expect greatness.
Yeah, they're one of the hottest teams right now in the regular season. So, do you have any predictions?
The Knicks are doing really good. They're doing very well. So, Knicks Gaming, I think that they probably got it.
8 teams remain, and 4 of them are currently on the outside looking in if the playoffs started today. What better way to kick off round 2 than with the Battle of Florida? The host team from Orlando, Magic Gaming, against Miami's Heat Check Gaming.
They lob it up for Cam.
Heat Check's momentum after beating Blazer 5 had run out. Down 19 going into the 4th and only managing to narrow it to 6 by the end of the game. Hot Shot put in 35, but Reezy and King Cam had more help as Magic Gaming moves on.
The 2K Sports pregame show.
Hello, everybody. Ernie Johnson here. Shaq's here. Kenny's here. Welcome to this edition of 2K Sports. And it is Clipper basketball tonight as the Los Angeles Clippers go up against the Los Angeles Lakers. Looking at the Lakers, one of the things they'd like to accomplish, getting good shots. Maybe easier said than done. Defenses are quick to adapt, but they know that that's what gives them the best chance to win. Great center matchup tonight. Shaq, I know you've been waiting all day to watch this one. One of the best low post players of all time in yourself. Give us your thoughts on why the stretch 5 has become so popular.
Well, in a lot of offenses these days, floor spacing is king. And what you see now, you see a lot of bigs are practicing shooting the 3 more than ever.
Yeah, even the younger centers, you think of Towns and Cousins and Embiid, as powerful as they are, they love to stay on that perimeter and shoot that 3 ball. So it's hard to stay on the floor right now if you can't shoot it.
Yeah, you came into the league at the right time.
Ooh, I would have made him regret.
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
It's an all-Western Conference matchup in today's game as the Clippers come into town for this one. Great to have you with us, everybody, live on 2K Sports. Our broadcast team tonight, on one side, Greg Anthony. On the other side, Steve Smith. On the sideline, David Aldridge. I'm Kevin Harlan. And let's go straight over to David Aldridge for a report before the tip-off. Hey, Dave.
Well, guys, Paul George has made a reputation as a dynamic two-way player. He said, you can dominate a game in so many ways. That's always been my mindset. I just go out there and ball. Kevin, back to you.
Well, you love that versatility, D.A. Thank you. Smitty, we're going to watch some exceptional forward play tonight. Makes me think of some of the great front courts in the history of this terrific league.
Yeah, you had Bird, Parrish, Kevin McHale, Duncan, Robinson, Kareem, and Worthy. I also throw in Patrick Ewing and Charles Oakley. They were a tough matchup. When you have 2 guys that play the 4 or 5 and play well off each other, they could be a nightmare.
At that time, that part of the league, they were terrific.
So true.
Tip-off goes to the Lakers. All fueled up and ready to go. Let's check out who's on the floor, courtesy of Gatorade. Setting the floor for the Clippers. Paul George is out there with Jermichael Green. Then there's Harold. Then it's Patrick Beverly. And it's Leonard in at the shooting guard. A nice shot by George.
I love the patience Beverly has developed with the ball in his hands. Terrific find.
George against LeBron. And it's Davis with the jam.
And he might be small for a center, but boy, can he jump out of the building.
Tipped away. And here we go. LeBron heading to the hoop. Oh! Way
fair. And this is how you fire up your teammates. LeBron with a 10 on that one.
And that last replay, courtesy of the Under Armour Hover Hammock, unleashing a little bit of chaos. Leonard the pass to Harrell. This one for 3, and Leonard gets it to go on the assist by Harrell. Leonard's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. Rondo kicks to Davis. The kick out to LeBron. 6 on the shot clock. His second shot goes in off to a good start, 2 for 2.
That's what the offense is designed to do. Get LeBron high percentage looks.
Here now the Clippers. Leonard finds Harrell. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up.
When you think back to 2014, Kawhi was named an All-Star, Defensive Player of the Year, Finals MVP. Broke out as a true superstar.
The Clippers shooting their initial free throws of the game right here.
Yeah, last year, collectively, only 74% from the line.
And the first one drops. Smitty, as you were saying about Leonard, only 2 other players in league history had obtained all 3 of those honors in a single season.
And those other 2, Jordan and Hakeem Olajuwon, have been the only ones to do it. But Leonard did it at a very young age. Maybe the most amazing thing, Leonard still just entering his prime.
Leonard hits them both.
This is where he feels 100% comfortable taking all the free points he can get.
Outside, Green. Here in the first quarter with about 2 minutes gone by. Back to Rondo. Three-pointer, and it's safe back by George. And they turn over the 24-second buzzer, signaling the shot clock violation. Here's George. Outside Leonard. That shot off. Great D that time from Green. For Los Angeles, they've gone 3 of 4 from the field to start out the game. Rondo against Rivalry. Rondo kicks to Davis. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
See, in the past, the contact might have discouraged Davis, but now he plays right through it.
And after the Lakers landed LeBron, the talk was about if they would add Kawhi Leonard as well. Ultimately, it didn't happen. The Lakers want to keep their young guns in the end, and LeBron has said he felt that the team was ready without Kawhi and came to the Lakers because of that youthful core they had in place.
Now Beverly. Paul George missing from long range. Inside, there's Harrell, and Davis swings it back.
What's crazy about AD as a shot blocker, he can block your shot at all 3 levels.
Count it. 7 points for Leonard.
Heating up early on. This is exactly how he wanted to start the night.
Well, he has the ability to get you off on the right foot. Now it's just about sustaining it.
Now here's Rondo. Green kicks to Rondo. Nice ball movement here by the Lakers. Pocket 6, and Davis can't get it to go.
I'll tell you what, despite the miss, he's going to be looking for that same shot again.
In the corner, George with it. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist. George has got a couple of threes now in the first for the Clippers. So timeout called here, the first for Los Angeles. Well, in the case of Kawhi Leonard, actions definitely, Steve, speak louder than words.
He's one of the most soft-spoken players in the game. Takes a humble, persistent approach to almost everything he does, and the results speak for themselves.
Both teams deciding to change it up. And here's Cousins. Caldwell Pope outside. Over Williams. A terrific shot on a turnaround.
And the truth is, I like what the defense does there, but KCP with the high release undeterred.
Harkless with the bucket.
And good passing, setting up a lot of these buckets right now, Kevin. That's been the key.
LeBron kicks to Cousins. Now the pass to Caruso. Caldwell Pope right side. Score the basket, his second of 2 attempts.
Just a smooth customer off that pick and roll. KCP making a quick assessment and decides to take it for himself.
Now here's Harkless. Pass to Williams. There's 49 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Pass to Zubac. Now Harkless, just free to shoot. Goes up on the high post. And it's good off the back of the rim and in. Harkless has got his second basket of the game.
And not sure what you can do with a guy like that. With his handles, he can just take defenders to school.
And George hits the whistle that time. That is his first foul of the game. Daniels, he's checked in for Los Angeles. Here's Caruso. He's guarded by Williams. Lakers shooting their first free throws of the game.
Yeah, last season around 71% of the free throws made, and you know what? That has to be a point of emphasis this year.
2 shots.
And that one misses. And the second free throw, good. And it's Williams with the ball for the Clippers. 4-point game. 3 seconds separate the shot clock and game clock. Pass to Zubac. Shamet, he's covered by Daniels. And the pass to Harkless. And the 3 off target. Cousins, the basket up. And the Lakers with another miss. The basket's coming early and often in the first quarter. The Clippers on top. They lead by 4 and will return shortly. DeMarcus Cousins described what it's like playing next to Anthony Davis and figuring out who gets the ball and when.
You know, some games, I mean, he's walking early. I mean, why wouldn't you want to keep feeding on the ball? And, you know, sometimes it's the other way, vice versa. So, I mean, in those situations, it's kind of obvious, but it's those games where we're both, you know, not necessarily coasting, but I guess at average, then we have to learn to pick our spots.
It's a good problem to have, and Greg, they're figuring out things pretty well, playing together.
Yeah, both dominant big men, and you need star power to win in this league.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter in this one. And let's quickly break down the game we've seen so far from the Clippers, guys. What are your thoughts?
They've gotten that perimeter game going in that first, and for me, that was the difference.
Hot right out of the gate, generating some early confidence and building on that lead.
Here are the 5 the Clippers have to start the second. Ivica Zubac is out there with Mo Harkless. Then it's Paul George. Then it's Williams. He gets it in there. And it's 6 points for Harkless. Steve, when you look back at your career, which years do you remember playing your best brand of basketball?
You know, I think obviously when you're younger, you feel like you have more of an impact with your skill level to go along with the athleticism. I think my best run was about a 5 or 6 year run when I was playing with the Atlanta Hawks and the Portland Trailblazers. Those 2 teams, I think I had my best run.
Lakers shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw attempts of the game. And he can't get the first one. And he's good on the second. The Clippers in the past few seasons, Greg, have completely overhauled their roster. They are making some serious changes here.
Practically nobody from the team 2 years ago is still with the franchise. It was a complete teardown, and they felt they needed to hit the reboot button. Jerry West knows what he's doing, though, and he's done this before with great success.
Now Caldwell Pope following the 3-point attempt by Lou Williams. Here's Daniels. The good-looking shot from the wing. We're about a minute and a half into the second quarter now. Clippers leading by 3. Pass to George. Over Caldwell Pope. And a little luck that time, but it drops. And it's 8 points for Paul George.
And the mid-range jumper really right in George's comfort zone. When he isn't blowing by guys and finishing at the rim, he's knocking that one down with consistency. And Caldwell Pope, the Georgia product, when he's on the floor, it's for his defense. He can give you a handful of points, but what he takes away with defense is far more significant. One of the better perimeter defenders since entering the league.
Shoot 2.
The first one falls. And with Caldwell Pope in his defense, he can guard any type of perimeter play.
Yeah, I mean, he has the long arms to bother small forwards and fast feet to stay with point guards. Really gives the lineup a lot of options in terms of matchups when he's on the floor. Great instincts on defense, and it's very hard to shape as he'll hound you through screens.
That's also good. So he hits both free throws.
Yeah, in this quarter, they've had the right approach, driving and drawing, initiating contact, create opportunities, get to the line.
All right, let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, guys, the Clippers are going in a new direction. Now, Coach Doc Rivers said, we had a shot. I don't think anybody understands how hard it is to win a title. Until you do that, you're going to be frustrated a lot. You have to make tough decisions. Devin?
They're trying to make the right decisions to rebuild better than before, DA. Thanks. Here's Rondo. Following the score by Lou Williams. Just 2 to shoot. Here's Daniels. Offline with his 3. And it's Leonard with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. Leading by 5. And the shot is good. Williams has got 4 this quarter.
Going teardrop, Lou Williams, pulling out all the moves. He's got him.
Rondo kicks to Caldwell Pope. Good. And it's Rondo who picks up the assist. And that's now 9 points for Contavious Caldwell Pope. Williams scanning the floor. That's the green. And it's Contavious Caldwell Pope with the foul. That's his first foul. And the Lakers with some changes. James comes in for Caldwell Pope. And it's Green in for Troy Daniels. Beverly against Rondo. With the floater. And it's Beverly missing.
That's one of his shots in his arsenal, but it was terrific rim protection.
Kuzma can't get it to go. Clippers leading by 4. Here's Beverly. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. Over in the corner, Green. Outside Leonard. Buries it from three-point range.
Kawhi with the 3, showing he's able to stretch the floor more and more.
Pass it to Green. Floats one. Rondo against Beverly. 5 to shoot. And it's slammed in by Davis.
Really like watching Rondo go to work in the screen and roll. A genius who can thread the needle. Doc Rivers, the coach of the year in 2000 with the Orlando Magic. A championship with the Boston Celtics in 2008. A great career as an NBA coach.
So timeout called here, the first for Los Angeles. And Doc Rivers came to the Clippers after he avoided a rebuild in Boston, but he's staying put in LA for the rebuild.
A guiding voice for this team through some turbulent years. I think he's invested in making the Clippers a destination franchise.
1:46 left here in the second. Now here's Beverly. 6 to shoot. Los Angeles needs to get off a shot here. 3. That one misses. So Los Angeles will take it the other way. And it's Rondo penetrating. And it's Davis with the jam.
You won't find a much better alley-oop partner. AD flying to the rim.
Los Angeles leading by 3. 109 left in the first half of basketball. And so the ball out of bounds. Davis touched it left.
And how about the reaction time on D there? Almost comes up with the pick.
You know, these are the little plays that can add up when you look over the course of a game.
And the Clippers making a change here. Harkless is checked in. Leonard on the wing. James covering. 6 to shoot. Leonard, that's for 2. It's the difficult fadeaway jumper. Leonard's got 12 points in the game.
Hard not to call Leonard's number every time down the floor. He's become that dominant.
Rondo dishes to LeBron. The pass to Green. James outside. Rebound by Harold.
Yeah, the aggressive D inside leads to a missed opportunity there.
You know, he had terrific position, does a good job of affecting the shot without fouling.
Lakers trail by 5. To the inside. Harkless with the steal. And now run up the court. Leonard pushing it up. And Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
Like a gazelle cruising down the court, Kawhi's difficult to stay with in transition.
Beverly against Rondo. He kicks it to LeBron. Over Harkless. And that one's good by LeBron. He has 6.
In some ways, this is the glue to LeBron's offense. Unstoppable from mid-range.
And some good action through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. Clippers lead by 5. It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Hey, Kevin, thank you. Kawhi, a big first half for you all offensively, but big first half for them, too. Any concern there?
They're still scoring pretty good, so we got to play better defense second half because we don't know if we're going to keep making the shots that we're making right now.
We'll see if we can get some stops, Kawhi. Thank you. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, thank you, David. And folks, don't go away after the break. We'll see you right back here for the start of quarter number 3.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Greetings, friends and neighbors. 1 half down, another half to go. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith. It's the NBA on 2K Sports. Kawhi Leonard is having one of those nights. He had 14 points, 2 rebounds, and 1 steal. He had a very shaky performance in their last game, but it has not affected him at all tonight. What a tremendous first half he played. And taking a look at the Clippers, Kenny, what did you see out there?
Well, they were lighting it up from 3, and that was the difference in the first half. They did a good job of running off screens, spotting up, and getting rid of the ball quickly. And their shot selection, solid.
Shaq, your take on the Lakers.
Their defense has been practically non-existent. Sure, they faced a team that got hot. You could even say a bit lucky at times, but no one is stepping up on D and taking anything away. Have some pride. Don't let a guy shoot like that in your face.
And that's going to do it for our halftime show, sadly. Third quarter about to start. See you again after the final.
Horn.
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. Kawhi Leonard really has his fingerprints all over this one.
And let's see what the defense counters with to try and control him here in the second half.
Well, you like to run more doubles at him, but the risk there is opens up things for everybody else.
LeBron and Kuzma make up the forwards. Green is out there with Rajon Rondo, and it's Davis at the center position. And that's the group for Luke Walton as we begin the second half. Clock is at 3. James fires from way outside. Doesn't go that time. Great D that time from Green. And George kicks to Leonard, and it's Leonard with the jam.
Talented, opportunistic. When Leonard gets hot, it can last for long stretches.
And Paul George, a terrific two-way player, an all-star, an all-NBA performer, and multiple all-defense selections.
Pass to Harrell. It's stolen by Davis. Rondo against Rivalry. Second half of basketball, just over a minute played so far. That one's good, and the Clipper lead is cut to just 5 on the basket from James.
Obviously, Rondo's main priority is to dish the rock. When you're open, he'll get it to you.
Now here's Leonard. He's got 16. Green deciding where to go with it. Back to Rondo. Outside, Green. Clock at 4. James finds Rondo. On deep. It's all in by George. George has got 5 rebounds tonight. Down low. It's stolen by Green. Leonard with the steal, and it's in there.
Those defenders just look a little bit gassed. I mean, they're getting pushed around on that low block.
Los Angeles calls timeout. Steve, we talk a lot about team defense, but who in your mind are some of the best on-ball defenders in the game now?
Kawhi Leonard is fantastic. Avery Bradley, Marcus Smart, Draymond Green does a nice job. Even Klay Thompson, he's asked to guard a whole bunch of different guys. The list goes on and on of guys being able to slide their feet without fouling. It's beautiful to watch.
Stolen by Zubac. And now the Clippers on the break. Outside Williams. James against George. Five on the clock, and he gets the whistle for the 3-second call. Lakers trail by 7. Second half of play with just under 2.5 minutes gone. The 3 from LeBron buries the long-range jumper. LeBron's got 5 points now in the quarter.
Completely in rhythm that time. LeBron working off the catch and shoot.
And on our sideline, our reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, of course, there's no shortage of storylines in Los Angeles. Now, Last season, some people thought that Lakers coach Luke Walton had lost his players, who had often seemed slow to come to his defense. Walton was a high-profile hire from Golden State in 2016, and you wonder if the Lakers will remain committed to their young coach as they start winning more regularly. Evan?
All right, David, thank you. Now James, following the three-point attempt by Lou Williams. To the paint, Paul George with the steal. Williams passes to George. Got that one up quick. George has got 10 points.
Well, that's one way he can finish, but far from the only way he gets it done. He's got all kinds of tricks up his sleeve.
Here's Davis. Yes, that goes in.
Really crisp, intelligent passing to make that basket possible.
Los Angeles leading by 4.
The Clippers, they signed Doc Rivers to an extension this summer. With all the roster changes, good to have that stability on the sideline.
Now here's Williams. And that one drops for him. 6 points for him.
Using the pick to create space, something Lou does exceptionally well.
Steve Doc Rivers easily the winningest coach in Clippers franchise history.
He's also second among current head coaches in overall wins, one of only a handful who have led a team to an NBA title.
It's stolen by Davis. Caldwell Pope feeling it out a bit. .139 left to play in the third. He dishes it to Doug. Just 5 to shoot. And it's Davis missing.
Just great at getting after it defensively, forcing guys into tough shots.
Yeah, to be successful, you've got to protect the paint. He rises to that challenge.
You know, there's some players who just seem to have a knack of putting the ball in the basket. Lou Williams is in that category.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots. Real good, Lou Williams. And Lou Williams, not the biggest, not the most athletic, but Greggy finds ways to score.
Yeah, you know, whether he's creating space or creating contact, very few play that cat and mouse game better than Lou Williams.
And Williams drops them both.
You look at the trajectory of Williams' career. Second round pick, started slow, but his game has aged like a fine wine.
And George kicks to Leonard. The shot's good on the assist by George. George has got 3 assists now in this one. And so James will bring it up to the Lakers. Trailing by 10. Pass to Davis. The shot's good. Davis has got 12.
If the game seems easy for AD, that's because it is. He's taking the time to develop the fundamentals of the game.
Now here's Leonard. He's got 20. A three-pointer is right on target.
That's all confidence right there. He knows he's in a groove, and they've got this team on its heels.
James against George. And Daniels up top. Back to James. Off the back rim, no good.
I'd love to see them impose themselves a little more on the backboard. That's a great way to find confidence. Always a surefire way to get back in the game.
Here's Williams. And yes, it's good. He's got 10.
Because of his size, everyone tries to get physical with Lou, but he pays it no mind.
Daniels kicks to LeBron. And that would have counted, but his shot was off the mark this time. And so it's Los Angeles looking at a 13-point lead heading into the next quarter. Their strategy has been clear tonight. Work the ball inside, get shots in the paint, and now they are scoring with ease. Back right after this. And let's take this chance now to show you the State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, a terrific, unselfish play right here. Set up his teammate, and how about the setup this way?
At his position, traditionally, his job is to shoot the basketball. Give him credit for keeping his eyes up and just taking what the defense allows.
And there have been two very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. Setting the floor for the Clippers. Green is out there with the Vincent Zubats. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. Then there's Mo Harkless. And it's Beverly in at the point guard. Good on the shot.
Credit to Michael for all the hard work he's put in. A long-time D-League standout who's found his role and then some.
Now here's Rondo. Here's Davis. Busts the J after the KG casting.
And because of his size, that's a difficult shot to contest.
But it's not just the size, it's the natural feel for the mid-range game. Not everyone has it.
Such a wide open look. That's now 26 points for Kawhi Leonard.
Hey, continues to stack it up from 3. He's got 2 in each half so far.
Rondo kicks to Davis. Latrey. Shot is good in the Los Angeles lead. Cut down again to 13 points with the basket for Rajon Rondo.
Oh, okay. It's on. Trading blows here from distance.
You know what? Both sides are in rhythm. The defense out there having no effect.
Now here's Beverly. Passes it to Green. Beverly looking around. The shot comes out. Good D by Rondo. The Lakers shooting so far very efficient. All around, about 55%. And out of bounds as the Clippers gain possession.
And that's just carelessness there. I mean, you have got to have your head in the game.
Jared Dudley's checked in for Davis. Montrezl Harrell, he's checked in for the Clippers. About a minute and a half through the fourth quarter now. Beverly against Rondo. Beverly finds Green. Now Beverly. Leonard on the wing. McCree. Cousins pulls it in.
And this is what he gives you, the ability to contest the shot without foul.
Perimeter defense at a premium these days. You see the value in this kind of effort.
Now here's Dudley. Poked away. Harkless dishes to Leonard. Second shot opportunity. And finally they hit one. Leonard's got 14 points here in the second half.
Great anticipation. He has great hands. Kawhi gobbles up second chance opportunities.
And the Lakers call time here. A lot of statistics to try to devour. The plus-minus statistics are some that really stand out for fans and players. How useful do you think a tool that is?
You know, I love it, Kevin, because when you get a chance to see the guys, you know, the stats we look at is rebounds, points, assists, and blocks, and steals. There are some guys that make an impact without having those numbers, and it goes by what the score is. And that plus-minus helps those guys who I would say not as skillful as some of the guys as far as putting up stats that way, but you can see the team plays better when this guy is on the floor, no matter how many points he scores.
Did you pay attention to the plus-minus?
Kevin, I'm so old, they didn't have plus-minus.
I didn't mean to embarrass you there, Steve. I am so sorry. And on our sideline, our reporter, David Aldridge.
Kevin, I listened in on what Luke Walton said to his team. He is not pleased. He told them they have to make a push right now. He said, look, we got to make a move or I've got to pull the plug. Pretty blunt stuff, Kevin. Back to you.
To the middle. Here's Harold. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist. And the Clippers lead by 19.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Rondo passes to Kuzma. Outside, Green. Harold against Cousins. And Dudley kicks to Kuzma. 6 on the shot clock. Over Green. Kuzma can't get it to go.
Well, if you're the coach, you're frustrated right now. That's exactly the look you're trying to get on offense.
Everly with the ball. Up top, Leonard. And the shot goes in. Leonard's got 16 points here in the second half.
This is what Kawhi provides. 100% of effort. Loves to take it right to you.
And the Lakers call time here. You have to like what we're seeing so far from Kawhi Leonard.
The man has been relentless scoring inside, attacking the rim every chance he gets. Their defense has been powerless to stop him. We'll see what adjustments they make coming out of this timeout.
A chance now to recognize our Jordan player of the game, Kawhi Leonard.
Hey guys, no doubt who our pick was going to be. He's made everyone else on the court look like they're playing at half speed. It's been total domination, and you can't help but just sit back and admire that performance.
And as the star of this team, he knows he's going to be the object of the crowd's anger. Lakers trail by 21. And here's Rondo. Here's Kuzma, and he uses the glass on the lane.
Love watching Rondo drop dimes out there. His court vision is just out of this world.
And so it's Leonard with it. He'll bring it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
Wow, he got whacked on that one. Shouldn't be much debate there.
With Rajon Rondo, you have to admire his creativity on the floor. Just sees the game and court in ways others don't. When he's focused, he can take over a game with his ball movement. 2 shots.
And he makes the first. And with Rondo, it's still rare to see someone who impacts the game the way he does.
You know, Rondo could be a factor in about 5 different ways and never shoot the ball. His rebounding, passing, defense are all plus. Can't do it quite as often now at his age, but when he turns back the clock, it is fun to watch.
Leonard hits them both.
He's an NBA champion and Finals MVP in 2014. Kawhi continues to impact the game at the highest level.
Now here's Rondo. The drive by James.
Yeah, the defender all over.
Los Angeles, LeBron James. At the line for 2. That free throw missing.
You know, the one chink in LeBron's armor, decent but somewhat inconsistent from the free throw line.
And the second free throw, good.
No way he is happy with himself right now. He knows he has to knock every shot down at this point in the game.
And one team is just completely outclassing the other tonight. Spirited performance, and it really ignited what is turning out to be a monster win here for the Clippers.
Not only did they shoot the ball better, but they had more assists.
Yeah, I thought the passing in terms of finding the open man gave them the higher percentage shots. The ball movement was key for the win.
And you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for Leonard.
You know, as the game tonight evolved, he really put the team on his back. He was aggressive, effective, and the defense, they weren't able to adjust.
Count the basket. And the Clippers lead by 20.
And in as hostile an environment as you're going to see, they found ways to step up time and time again.
You know, playing away from home, it's easy to get out of sync. Instead, they focused and dominated.
Now here's Williams. 8 away. And it's Leonard. That time on the assist from Williams. 34 points for Leonard.
And just putting the finishing touches on this one, they have been on fire.
I mean, a fantastic run. The guys are really clicking, and the scoreboard reflects that.
Well, for the Clippers, they can just run out the clock. Outside Williams. Los Angeles win this one easily. This one was over well before the final buzzer. The fans were waiting for something to get excited about, Greg, but they never got it.
They sure didn't. I mean, they just rolled to this win. They made it look really easy. What an efficient performance at both ends.
And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thanks very much, Paul. Congrats on the win. Where's your team's attitude right now?
Continue to play together, and we just stick to that. Keep working, staying confident, keep defending, and knocking shots down. We'll be all right.
Looked like it all came together tonight, Paul. Thanks very much. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, thank you. For Greg Anthony, Steve Smith, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.